about spirituality. So in this video, we're going to have a conversation about spirituality with Brett, and he's from United States, and he's doing research in spirituality. So let's get started. Yes, Brett, can you please introduce yourself first of all, because our viewers, our listener wants to know something about you.
Certainly. Okay, so sure. My name is Brett, and I study Buddhism. And right here I have a Buddhist, ancient Buddhist text. And let me say, this is amazing. Everybody should read and study Buddha's teachings. So number one thing, I'm a Buddhist. And number two, I am American. So you can say I am an American Buddhist, but I also believe in the power of philosophy and the power of art, poetry, humanity, many different fields of study. So I am trying to understand psychology, philosophy, and Buddhism all at the same time, trying to combine everything all at the same time. So that's who I am. I'm a learner, a teacher, a student of life, and that's kind of what I do. I'm trying to transcend and overcome the problems of humanity. I'm trying to learn more about myself through psychology, through dream work. So I'm an adventurer, explorer of the inner worlds of the inner psyche. And, yeah.
Oh, sounds so interesting. It sounds so interesting. Okay, I'm so much interested to know something about spirituality because I'm very interested about it. So I just want to know that what is spirituality and what is science? Because there are a lot of people who misinterpret the things, who do have misconception about spirituality and science. So I just want to know that what's the difference between both of them.
Yes, so the difference between spirituality and science, correct?
Yeah.
So science is the pursuit of knowledge. It means you want to understand what is this, or what is this, what is life, what is something. First you start with a question. What does it mean? What does it look like outside? When I go outside and I look outside, is it raining? Is it raining? First I have to start with the question, is it raining? Then I can go check if it's raining or not. So that's how science starts. So science is about asking physical questions. But the difference between that and spirituality is that spirituality is a different set of questions. Right? So spirituality, the set of questions you ask in spirituality, it's about it's about answering, it's about giving a deeper answer, giving a more spiritual answer to these questions. So instead of, in science, if you say, who am I? The answer is, well, I'm a body. But a spiritual answer might be, I'm a body with a mind, and I'm a mind with a spirit. And so I'm a body, a mind, and a spirit, and that's what makes us special. That's what makes you special in life, is that we all have this. We can ask questions, and then we can answer them spiritually. That's what makes us truly special, and makes us truly powerful, in some sense.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, that was amazing. You explained it very well. So yeah, I got your points, and I got your points. But I just want to ask you some more questions about spirituality. Is that how can we define consciousness and awareness? Both are different or both are same? I just want to know.
Yeah, sure. So spirituality and consciousness are basically practically the same, practically speaking. They are practically not different.
I just want to know that why consciousness and awareness is important in spirituality. Why it's important, and why they do plays a very vital role in spirituality. So.
Yes, because consciousness lets you see. If you can't see then there's no point in looking. If you can't see something to begin with, like, if I can't look and I see my foot, or I see my hands, then how can I, you know what I mean? Like, if I can't even see my own nose, then I don't know I exist at all. But if I can see, I'm conscious, then I can understand. Now I can do something because I'm conscious. Now I can become enlightened. I can practice my dharma, my svadharma. So, like, without knowing that, if you don't know, like, if you never look, then you never know I'm conscious. If you never look at your hand, you never know you have a hand. If you never look at your foot, you never know I have a foot. You use your foot, but you don't know you have it. So you use your hand, but you don't know you have a hand. Just like with the spirit. If you don't look at your spirit, you don't know you have a spirit. If you don't look at your consciousness, you don't know you have a consciousness. So, but when you look at your consciousness, then you see something is here, really important. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's very true. You explained it very well. And actually, I'm very interested in knowing about meditation. Like, a lot of people, they do have different opinions and different point of views about meditation. But nobody ever tried to explain it in a comprehensive way. So, can you please define meditation in your own terms?
Yes. Okay, so meditation is... There's many ways of understanding meditation, but in simple terms, you can say it's a state of it's a conscious experience, like you were saying before, consciousness. So whenever you're conscious, if you're conscious, then you're meditating anyway. Like everything we do, we're always meditating on something, right? Because we're always awake. And when we go to sleep, when we're dreaming, that's a form of meditation because we're experiencing things inside of ourselves. So when we're in deep sleep, that's another experience. When we're in deep sleep, we're also in a higher experience. Yeah. We're also in a meditative experience. We're in the state of meditation. So we're always meditating. The question is, are we aware? Are we conscious? It's like a question we should ask ourselves: am I conscious that I'm conscious? Am I aware that I'm aware? Like when I'm asleep, am I aware or am I just sleeping? Can I bring my consciousness into something? Can I bring my light into the experience? That's the question.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I really appreciate it, your point of view. But
yeah.
Actually, I just want to know that where spirituality comes, perception comes. So, what is perception exactly? What is the meaning of it, and how it comes in the spirituality?
Perception, yes. Perception, perception is an interpretation of people who have different experiences, but it's also our vision, like, if you're if you're in the arts or humanities and you're studying a field, then you have perception of that field. But if you are in a culture that doesn't have that perception, then you can't have that perception. So it also depends on your culture, whether you have that perception or not. Depends on your cultural background, and also, but it depends on your brain too. Is my brain capable of having that perception? The other thing is that so those are kind of like some areas.
Yeah, I just got your point.
And
actually,
can technology help us? The other question is, how does technology bring my perception, or how does it stop my perception? How does it work with my perception? Kind of. Those are the four areas of every perception: the cultural, technological, brain, and inner experience of the perception. But it starts with the inner experience, but the inner experience depends on our culture, It depends on our brains, and it depends on our technology, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. It does make sense, yeah. But
Okay.
I just want to ask a very practical question, which is still happening and it's increasing day by day. I just want to talk about depression, because you know that nowadays people are so depressed and people are facing depression. So I just want to know that how can we connect spirituality with depression? What are the things we should do? We should do spiritual things so that we can overcome from our depression.
Yeah. Well, if you're having depression, probably the best thing you can do is go to a therapist who will probably know what to do. But be careful which therapist you go to, because some therapists just like to put they like to give you medicine that's chemical medicine instead of working with you to work on your emotions, work on your trauma. So the reason people are depressed, it's oftentimes because they can't cope with their own emotions. But the answer is not just to medicate people, but to ask, well, maybe this person is not being honest with themselves, and if they were more honest, maybe they could see through their depression and be less depressed. So part of the answer is asking, helping the person, talking to them, listening deeply, and trying to build a bridge between their depression and trying to find out what is at the root cause of that internal state of consciousness. And that's all. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was great. You explained it very well. And I did understand a lot of things from your explanation. So my last question is that, do you want to give any message to our viewers, to our listeners?
Just remember that life has so many difficulties, like pitfalls and things like that, that it's possible any time we could go down the wrong path. But remember that whatever your path is, it's better to wake up from the dream. It's better to wake up in our perception, in our consciousness, in our experience. The best thing we can do is to wake up from the dream and to stop dreaming. Because once we stop dreaming, we realize that we are the witness, we are the true self, and we are all having a human experience. Our Atman is having a body. So when we wake up, we can do something incredibly powerful for ourselves, and we can liberate ourselves. Second advice is that, besides, other than enlightenment, we can reach higher stages of inclusivity. We can grow, and we can reach stages of mutual understanding and love. Like we can be, the more creative we are, the more people we care about. The more it's not just about our family; it's about all families everywhere. It's about being one humanity, really. So can we? It's not just a question of enlightenment, but how democratic can we think? Is our enlightenment democratic? Can we provide love and service to all beings through our own process of growth and higher development as we become more and more inclusive of all human families and all beings? That's the question. That's what I want to leave. That if I had to say, my advice would be try to think beyond and try to grow beyond the limited experience. And just like in science, you can see something that you couldn't see other than if you have a microscope, you can see. In meditation, you can see what's there if you meditate. And if you grow up, you can see what's there beyond my ego. When I serve other people, it's not just about me, but it becomes about basically everybody, not just one or two people. It becomes about infinite, really infinite. If you're a Buddhist, it becomes about infinite beings, because there's no limit to the amount of people who you can change their lives. You know, like Hitler murdered millions of people, but do you want to be like Hitler? You see, he wasn't really he wasn't very well developed. He was like developmentally very challenged, and he was very disturbed, very, very sick. So do we want to have a humanity where we're sick, or do we want to have a humanity where we're all holding and trying to come together, trying to build something better than what we have?
Wow, that was great. You gave a very good message to our viewers and our listeners. So I just want to say, that people will definitely feel it after watching this, and people will definitely learn a lot of things. So guys, thank you so much. Bye. Take care. Have a great day.
Bye. Namaste.